Welcome, beautiful Leo, to a new era. My name's Emma. Leo, we're going to do a bit of a different reading here today. I'm going to look into your talents and your gifts. And this might be something that you've had, like, you know about it. You've had it ever since childhood. It can also be like towards your life purpose, towards what you're really good at. And therefore, also, this is a timeless reading. So whenever you find it, you're supposed to find it. So let's see what's going on here. We're going to pull a couple of cards, a couple of clarifiers, and then also some messages from your angels. But this is going to be a shorter reading here today, Leo. Okay, what's going on for Leo here? Talents and gifts. Talents and gifts. What do we have? Talents and gifts. It's not too much movement, which is interesting. So maybe you felt, even though the time to decide and talk to your angels, a little bit of a different answer here. Yeah, so it's like, it felt like it took a little bit of time. So I feel like for Leo, you might have had like the journey where you don't fully really know what your talents are or really know what your gifts are. Or even if you do know, then maybe you haven't been able to cultivate them, if that makes sense. Maybe you just put off some stuff. We have this time to decide, which is very much, it says make a decision based on your heart's true desires, which is very much like, I mean, Leo is the heart. It's all about the heart. So you're going to be driven from your heart. And if we talk about talents and gifts, you probably have like the most potential and the truest. You can have like all these things that you want to do, but I'm sorry, but if it doesn't truly come from the heart, like it's not for you. So this can take a moment to get to your, like, understand your true path. We have gazillion numbers there, so it might be something that you're really interested in numerology. Then we have talk to your angels. Instead of worrying, ask for divine guidance. So this is just coming out as a, it can be that you're really good at having communication with your angels, that you're really good at like praying or visualizing anything that you want and having sort of your angel team as your, what do you call that, co-spirator. But this can also be that you right now just need a moment where you ask your angels for help, or if there's anything in particular that you're a little bit worried about, to just really make sure that you give it to your angels. We're going to read from the book. Time to decide. Light and love. OPQRST. Time to decide. Okay. Make a decision based on your heart's true desires. The angels ask you to be very honest with yourself and them about your dreams and desires. What do you want? What do you wish to change? What are you waiting for? Allow yourself to acknowledge your genuine feelings. Have the courage to admit your dreams. This card indicates that if you can dream it, you can do it. The angels are encouraging you to explore your options and take charge of your life. After all, your work comprises a major portion of your daily activities. You, like everyone, deserve to spend your time in meaningful and enjoyable ways. So this is what I mean with, like, it might even have been tough for you to decide what it is that you want to do, or where your talent's really at. And it's so interesting because I was just, obviously now, because I am in this talents and gifts reading for you guys, I attracted this guy on, was it Instagram probably, who was just walking around. Maybe this is not new to you, but he's new to me for sure. He was just walking around asking all these people what their dreams are. And it was nothing, I don't think it was one person that he asked that like answered that I'm living my dream, you know. They all were like, well, and then started to think like, it's like everyone has a dream, but they didn't know like how to get from A to B. And then it was one guy, he was working at a coffee shop, and this person went in and said, like, what is your dream? And he started out saying, I want to be a computer analyst or some or something like data analyst or something like that. And the guy asking, he was like, I'm not judging anyone, or like, if that truly is your dream, then like I'm all for it. But is that truly your dream? And then it was like he took it one step further. So he was working in the coffee shop. He thought that his dream, or probably the responsible thing to do, was to be a data analyst. But then when he really sort of felt into it, he just came back with like, I love clothes. Like I want to sell sporting clothes mainly for kids. And and the guy sort of asking him said like, that's your dream, because I just saw you light up. Like there was just more lighting up in you as you start to speak about that. And then he really wanted to help him and so forth. And I just think that everyone is walking around with a dream. You know what this is. And it's like, wherever you're at in your life, it's like, it's time to decide. It's time to act on that dream. Move towards it in whatever fashion that you can. And then we have talk to your angels. Instead of worrying, ask for divine guidance. Talk to your angels. So teaching, perhaps. Talk to your angels. Instead of worrying, ask for divine guidance. This card serves as a reminder that you can ask your angels for help and guidance in any area of your life, including your career and finances. You most likely drew this card because you've been worrying and complaining lately. Uh-oh. The angels teach that worry never improves any situation and may actually worsen things through the law of attraction. Well, we know that all too well. It's not that we don't know it, right? Leo, we know that complaining is not making things better, and we know that worry doesn't make things better, but it's really hard not to worry sometimes, depending on what the topic is, right? I'm on your side. Fortunately, you can turn any worry into a prayer. That is, change a low energy worry, for instance, I don't know how I'm going to pay my bills, into a positive prayer such as, thank you, God, for helping provide for my family's needs, or please guide my steps so that I make money in meaningful ways. Prayers allow God and the angels to intervene in your free will choices. First, they'll boost your mood and faith, which will help you feel happier and more peaceful. Then they'll lend you aid in miraculous ways, such as giving you intuitive urges to take certain action steps. Together, you and heaven co-create the answers to your prayers. Please always remember that your Creator wants you to be happy, healthy, and safe, just as any loving parent does. You, like everyone, deserve to be helped so that you have the time and energy to devote to your life purpose. So that might also be the thing that you really want to get to this place. But if you're anything like me, like it seems to stuff just constantly comes up, or there's another thing that you need to deal with, or another thing that you need to solve, or, so it might also be that you feel swamped. It can be that you just feel like there's just not enough hours in a day to really go after your dream, or there's just constantly things piling up that just doesn't allow for you to go there. And it's like, if you can just make a decision, you don't even have to start to go there physically or practically. But if you start by making a decision, time to decide what it is that you want to move towards, like things will clear up for you to get on that path, if that makes sense. Okay, then some clarifiers. What do we have for beautiful Leo here? Around their talents and gifts. And gifts for Leo. Rest and rejuvenate. So there's the healing, not healing. So teacher came up as I was looking through the book, and I wasn't supposed to say healing, but I said healing. So maybe there's something around healing as well. But rest and rejuvenate, I was going to say meditation card. And shadow. So rest and rejuvenate. This also is like, if you want to connect with your angels, if you want to get to a place where it's easier to make a clear decision, like what is it even that you want. If you're a little bit bogged down by life or too much on your calendar, or not too much space for yourself, they're really like inspiring you to sit in meditation and cut all those thoughts out and just get really present, which is where you will find more like deeper meaning and where the answers really will come. And also the shadow side. So this can mean that you are finally, because there's a feeling here of like putting stuff off or not really stepping into your dream or not stepping into the life that you're supposed to live. And with the shadow side is like when we're incorporating everything, it's like you don't put a version of yourself to the side anymore, or you don't like refuse to look at a shadow side. Something maybe that you've been dealing with for a while is going through healing right now. So there's a lot of like healing prospects, like get into meditation, get to a clear place, make a decision to really start to move towards the life that you truly deserve. And some messages from your angels. What do you have for Leo, please? Around their talents and gifts. Or life purpose. There's something better, and trust. So yeah, whatever you're doing here, like you're moving away, you're definitely moving away from something and stepping onto something better. There's something better awaiting you. And I think you feel it. I think you're on that path right now. There's something better that awaits you. Like a gift at the door. So I'm going to look at that in 2 seconds. I heard that there's a package in the door and the mailman left, so I'm not leaving them hanging there now. And then the trust card. So there's a lot of like, okay, if you just set the date, you set the time, you make the decision. Like, okay, this is what I want happen. This is the aim. And then this is easier said than done, I know, but then just put your trust in that the higher power has your back. They will get you there. I see little animals and like flowers. I just feel like the beauty of the animals and the beauty of the nature is just gonna get you there. And I can't do this without thinking about, like, I just yesterday had this moment of just sheer bliss of just looking out into nature. I was driving and I was looking out into nature and just the lush green, and I had a certain song in my head, and not in my head, but like listening to it. And I felt this happiness and joy and just basically bliss sort of just coming over me, getting really emotional, like in the best way. Just looking out into the world and thinking like, this is such an awesome place. Like, it's so beautiful. There's so much going on, and people's negativity and, you know, the misery or the chaos or like whatever person is speaking about. And maybe it's like I'm really privileged, but like there's also so much beauty, Leo. So there's something about choosing right now, looking at what do you want to look at? What do you want to invite into your life? Okay. That's what I have for you, beautiful people. Thank you so much for watching. Take care.